Hiya guys, and welcome back to some more Total War Warhammer 2. This is Lokhir Felheart campaign. This is part 5. I'm on turn 46. I've just taken Star Tower from Deckless. I looted
everywhere.
it for some replay.
Admiral of Car's fleet.
Because my units did get a bit battered because all I had was this for
Tyrant of Nagaroth.
units, but Teclis hasn't moved. But now he's only got that one army and that one settlement.
No.
Okay. Recruit an army move that way. At least he's going to the direction. Malekith.
Tell me why I shouldn't have you sent to my...
The buildings are crumbling.
Yeah, and I would repair them, but that's the downside to looting. It actually costs a lot of money. Money that I don't really have right this moment. I might repair that. That's an obsidian quarry, which is not bad. But at the moment, I need defences, but it's going to cost even more money to get those.
Next tide!
Dreadlord.
So I'm going to hold off on money right now. Personally, I thought that being besieged would put me into a minus. Because it brings in what? 799, so 800. Pretty much. So now I'm still going to be up money. Almost 700 actually. So taking Star Tower's helped. If I can take Fuming Serpent as well, then I've got a complete province there. And then I can probably leave the Black Ark here to maintain these two, with them being both coastal. And then send Lokhir Felheart back here to deal with this. I don't want to declare war on him just yet. Or straight away immediately after. I want to be able to fully build up my army and the Black Ark first.
Obey!
Because he's got at least 3 armies to my 2, essentially. And
So many
that
to
one's
murder.
not land-based, obviously. While it can defend and retake these if they get taken, it can't do anything if they're in land. Oh God.
Power at last.
Animals level up.
Dreadlord of Nagaroth.
Ooh, Draftmaster, very good. Increased rankage for him.
I am
We'll need
Lord
that, but I
of
want to
the
wait
seas.
first for the last building there at the moment. That's repaired.
The
Good.
Azure will fill my slave hold.
Actually, could I repair these now? How much are these at? 816. That's still pretty expensive. Hand me that. I need to decide what I'm going to build here as well, with it being a city. I mean, definitely want that because it's a rare resource. It's good for trade. Obviously, we're going to have walls, so that's 2. So it leaves me with 3 left. Now again, shades I can build in smaller settlements if need be, as I can with the bolt throwers. I want this in there. 1 for death hags and assassins if I need them, and 2 for the untainted. That one for blackguard also gives some more public order. It's then if I go the money route or the public order route. I mean, if that's enough public order, because I can always build a public order building, I suppose, in the town if I need it, then I'd go the slave route and take the slave market. So I've got that there as well, which is 300 gold and maxed out, which could be worth keeping, unless I need the public order. So it's either going to be usually one of these two. If I ever build that, it's usually in a town. Because you get income from trade, income from slaves, but by a small amount. The biggest thing is the campaign movement range. But it's how much you might need it. And see, while some people look at these and say, oh, it's only 200 gold, but then you've got obsidian 45 chests. Ignoring the sorceresses, because I'm not going to recruit any sorceresses, I'm making it like a little bit more difficult. Because sorceresses and magic can make the game quite easy again, especially in sieges, because the AI doesn't move clever at all. It just stands there, lets you just expend your full magic pool onto them, so they're basically weak as fuck when you attack. But because of increases from trade on your tech tree as well, and how much something might need obsidian, you can usually wrangle some pretty decent trade deals, which can yield a lot of gold. I just need to obviously get back on good terms with Malekith would be the idea. But I've already got, like, an agreement with the Rakarth. And when I get more rare resources, because like I've got exotic animals, that goes up. And the more you've got of a resource, worth more money as well.
Vicious war. How can the Black Court aid you this day?
Ooh.
Denied.
Damn.
I am the Kraken.
And I've got to be careful when I decide to, if later on, if she's not dead that is, if I decide to ally with Marathi, I've got to be careful with it, because Marathi technically shouldn't be in the Dark Elf roster of characters. She should technically be in the Chaos roster of characters. It's only because her armies are full of Dark Elves and she's a Dark Elf herself by birth. Peace, yes, definitely. So does that mean I can get peace then with Malekith?
Malekith. Death lurks behind every sin you dare.
Be quick. Come, fellow Druki. Let us speak. No!
Right, so let's see then if he's strength rank 1 as well. He's got 17 settlements.
Slow, and I will enjoy it.
Oh, we confederated. What's her name?
I refuse.
If I've got a peace treaty with
Speak.
Malice, Malice is his military ally, so that should hopefully mellow him out.
Malevolent Lord.
I command.
I'm going to wait 2 more turns. I don't care about that being fully recovered because I don't even care if that dies. As soon as I get access to bolt throwers, that's getting replaced.
Lord of the Black Court.
I can control a bolt thrower. I can't control a fucking manticore.
Adequate.
Who's this? The assassin. Ooh. See, I do like having the assassins out my army because I know they have this, which is really good. They have this stalker. So on turn, lords have a chance to gain 2 loyalty accompanying lord. There is a follower you can gain as well that gives you like, I think it's +1. So from having assassin there, you can get like +3. But then you can also put that on the lord as well and make it even higher. But you don't generally lose more than like 2 a turn, maybe 3, especially if you're not losing battles. So you should be fine for the most part. It's just that the assassins are really, really good scouts because they can actually kill enemy characters that aren't immortal. So basically anyone under level 20 can be actually physically killed, where any other character in the Dark Elf roster only has chance to wound. So they only put them out of the game for like X amount of turns, where he can physically kill them under level 20. And since most factions don't recruit heroes, you know, stupidly high level, like this guy's level 6. So I could get my assassin to assassinate that guy before he makes level 20 and he'd be permanently dead, with all his levels lost. Now they might recruit some later on at say level 2, 3, maybe even level 4, like off the bat, but they won't be anywhere near immortality. And then if I've got a bunch of rank 20 plus immortal Knight assassins being around, I can go to work killing off their characters, because the characters can be very annoying. It's only his one army, so I am going to fight this. So I'm guessing he's probably built some siege equipment or something. And to be fair, although some of his army is quite high ranked, a lot of it's shitty Dreadspears. Dreadspears don't even match Corsairs. So one thing you need to do when you're playing Dark Elves, just get away from Dreadspears and Bleak Swords as fast as humanly possible, because they are 2 of the most garbage units in the game. Some of them actually break easier than Goblins, which is ridiculous to think of, because Goblins generally are some of the worst troops, along with like Skaven Slaves, regarded as some of the shittest units in the game. But Bleak Swords and Dreadspears, their morale is absolutely atrocious. Their ability to like hold a line. Now Bleak Swords, technically, they're more of an offensive unit. They should be charging, not receiving a charge. But any spear-based or halberd-based units, especially when they've got like something like charge defense, they're designed to take a charge. That's their purpose. And when they can't take one and hold, it's just painful to fucking witness. It really is. Right, he's got a bolt thrower. 1. Okay. Well, it's easy to defend this point at least. It's only 2 narrow points. So what I'm going to do is then, my lord back here. Right.
Blackguards!
That's really weird.
Corsairs!
Only problem here is, they're the issue. They're what's going to potentially win this. I'm not too worried about his melee troops. His rank 7 Blackguard are a concern as well. But it's his 5 units of high rank Dark Shards that are going to potentially fucking hurt. And then Malekith himself.
Corsair handbows.
Right, these, because their range is terrible. Fucking 70 range. It's even more garbage.
Corsair handbows. Nagarothi. Corsair handbows.
So my idea is with these, because I don't really care if I lose these too much, is basically to get these towers active and either try and bring down those bolt throwers if possible. If not, then I'm going to do some shenanigans with the harpies. I don't think there's any archers on this side, there's not. So, harpies can go over here. But actually I don't put them that far forward because the bolt throwers will target them. Let's see what we can do. Take control of my towers first. Takes 10 years because you're a player. Put those on there. That one actually can also hit the bolt thrower, so I'm going to put that one on there as well. Because the bolt throwers are gone, then they're not able to do what they want to do. Which is normally the bolt thrower will move forward eventually to like almost the wall and maybe even come in the gate, and then it's just going to pepper my units here, and if that happens it's game over. My army will break. I won't be able to do anything about it. I have to take out those bolt throwers. That's also my holding my up in reserve. What I was hoping for is that the Dark Shards would move as well. If the Dark Shards move, then I can, there we go. Then I can try and go in with the Harpies on the bolt throwers, and then they can have a crack at the Dark Shards afterwards. But the Dark Shards will usually shoot the fucking Harpies out of the sky. Right, they don't need to be there because they're not doing a great deal, to be completely honest. Fucking hell. It's so awkward to deploy in this small area. Just be normal. Right, okay. Dark Shards can go there instead. Just so I can try and get at the enemy. Because if you guys have played this game a while, you'll know what I mean when they try and do weird shit. Like sometimes they'll try and squeeze a unit of fucking cavalry through like the smallest fucking gap. Something a player, by the way, can't do. But oh yeah, I can fucking do it. Oh shit, I forgot they're gonna activate my towers. I need to get my barkers up there quick.
Eager for battle.
Enemy magic!
Oh, very nice. Fucking half the unit dead. Very, very nice.
Cold-blooded killers. Corsair handbows. Onward.
Nagarothi! Druki, forwards!
They shall know suffering. Corsair handbows.
As long as we've got all the bolt throwers, it doesn't matter. Please tell me they're all destroyed. Tell me there's none that he can pile. Apparently towers are still shooting the wrong guy. That was very weird. Oh, waiting. Bad, not as good as the other one.
Corsairs, we are ready.
The merciless host!
Enemy mages.
Merciless warriors! On to slaughter! Forward!
Spells incoming.
If we stand on top of each other, they'll be obstructed. Which we run out.
Corsair
Same
handbows.
again, yeah.
Casting.
No, just the two of you.
Merciless host.
We're weird.
Beware enemy spells. Onwards to murder. Enemy enchantments.
Jesus, oh the blood thing, I forgot about that.
Dark shards.
Malekith's there.
Corsair handbows.
Target that prick.
Death hag! At
Oh,
once!
the breaking. Fuck. Don't break, you pussies.
Battle ready! Make them bleed!
Corsairs. Rookie. Advance, Rookie. They're using magic. Defeat draws near. Murder them. Pull back. Enemy magic. Kinslaying.
Darkness comes!
Didn't get him.
Corsairs. Dark shards.
Now them spells.
Merciless warriors.
I like how often he can cast these spells, by the way. Anyone that's played Dark Elves and has tried using this spell, you cannot cast it as frequently as what he's doing. AI cheats its fucking ass off. It really does.
Dealers of death. For the king.
And not to a small extent.
Advancing. Onward. Enemy mages.
Dark shards!
We are ready. The merciless host. Dead.
Death hag! Despoil!
Corsairs!
The Black Guard went that side. Why? To avoid the Black Guard on my side? Where's the other two Black Guard units gone? The other two Corsair units gone?
Battle ready.
I honest to God don't know.
Rookie forward. Nagarothi. No survivors.
Where's this black guy?
Brave!
Oh, fire this black guy. Fire something.
Cold-blooded killers! Advance, Brookie!
Come on, guys. Do something useful today.
Dark shards! Advance, Druki!
Pull back yourselves!
Fan!
Get out of here! Blackguards! Missiles!
Merciless warriors!
Corsair handbows!
Carnage awaits!
This is madness!
Death hag!
Only a fool!
Corsairs!
Massacre them! We are ready! Missile fire!
Corsairs!
Dark shards! Murder awaits!
Blood will flow!
By Cain! No mercy! By your command! By Drakira! Take cover! Enemy fire! Dealers in death! No survivors!
Oh yeah, come back here, woman.
I will not die today!
You won't have to if you fucking do what I tell you.
Death hag!
Rookie! Death is coming! Slay them! I sense defeat! Forgive me!
All the units that were on this side and left side all went down the right side,
Death hag!
which just makes no sense.
Following orders! Carnage awaits!
Dark shards!
Fucking hell, if we can get Malekith off there, it'd be a big boom. This fucking helmet was magic.
Their magi
Corsairs!
I am
Kill him
ready!
already. Get him out of there.
Dark elves! Advancing!
There we go.
I won't die here! They're firing on us! Going! To destruction! Corsair handbows! Onwards to murder! Going!
Right. You come over here. The only good thing about the Corsairs with handbows is once they're out of ammo, they can operate almost like regular Corsairs. Almost.
Blackguards! Battle calls! Dark shards! Destroy!
Dark elves!
Death hag!
Malekith's down.
Corsairs!
Fucking yes.
To
Right,
destruction!
okay.
Hack! Cut!
No, no, what?
Get out of here!
What? My morale breaks after Malekith dies? Are you fucking shitting me? Bunch of pussies. Look how many fucking kills he got. God damn. If it had just come down the side that it was initially on, I don't get why he'd come in the city on that side and then veer off to the fucking opposite side. If it had come down that side and walked into the Blackguard, it would have been fine because he's mounted. Blackguard would have took him apart. Fuck me. I was hoping to keep the city. Yeah, Crown Hellebron, that's who's confederated. I lost a city, but I've got a city off Teclis. End of the day, I can't defend this shit up here, and I couldn't afford the armies. I was like minus 5,000 a turn. In one turn, I'd have been in a fucking negative.
Lokhir Fellheart. I am Lord of the Seas. Sacrifices to Mathlan.
Right. Oh god, public order again.
The people are displeased.
I don't understand how the scaling corruption is climbing again, with a local populace of 2. I don't get it. And realistically, shouldn't our local populace be 1? Well, probably 1 for each town and probably 2 for the city. Since this should be about twice the size of a town. So, we should have 5 local populace. Now, even if they've got 2 because it started out as Skaven, then we should have a plus of 3. So at most, well, we should have at least 60% untainted. Maybe even more. Probably more like 80%.
So many to murder. Bring fire and terror. Very well. Set course, mongrels. Hide with the tides.
Tyrant of Nagaroth.
Well, he can make it there in 1 turn, so I haven't got to move him. So he can't make it in 1 turn. What my plan is, Teclis should hopefully just stay there.
What?
And what I'm going to do is send him into reinforcement range of the city, but then attack with a Black Ark. Hopefully it should pull that army in. Because I've done it the reverse way before, where the land army attacks, but then it doesn't pull in the Black Ark. But it should pull in the land army. Otherwise it means you can't coordinate land and sea, which is really fucking stupid. Since a lot of wars throughout our history and the history of Warhammer have been won that exact way. Oh, he's going to walk into the ambush. Oh, okay. Fair enough. That I didn't expect. What we got here, what we're dealing with. 2 Hero Wizards, 3 Sovereign Guard, 2 Rangers, 2 Normal Spear. 5 Shadow Warriors, 4 Northern Sea Guard, and 1 Archers with Light Armour. Now, all of these pretty much outrange my guys. So, I'm going to have to deploy offensive. And then try and backpedal when my Black Guard catch up. Because if I let them come to me, I'm just going to get outranged and shot to death by his archers. Quick save it just in case the worst should happen, then at least if need be I can refight it and try another tactic. I'm not against that. Some people are like, oh, you shouldn't do that, but that's the whole point of a quick save. If you don't want to save it every single turn or something, I understand that, fair enough. You know, some call that save scumming or whatever, you know. End of the day, it's allowed within the game. And the quick save option is only like before a battle. So there's no reason you can't quick save and replay a battle. Because you might try like a wildcard tactic just to see if it does work. You might even auto-resolve it and see what casualties you can take. Because sometimes the auto-resolve can be better for you than fighting it. It depends on, you know, what the terms are. So if you fight it and say, lose some units, but the auto-resolve you're losing no units, then there's no point in not auto-resolving it. That's just common fucking sense.
Blackguards!
You might have seen this same tactic before in one of the previous videos.
Battle ready! Eager
Because
for
I
battle.
had this exact same scenario. I was melee mode on.
Nagarothi!
Oh, because I pressed F by mistake. Alright, okay. And I forgot it's also an ambush. So as an ambush, you generally should deploy offensively anyway, in all honesty.
Shades!
Make that group 2, and then these guys can support the melee guys. Right. Both of them to go for him. Because again, Teclis, just like our friend Malekith, if they are left unchecked, they can do a lot of damage, because spellcasters do. And unlike the player, the AI can cheat his absolute fucking bollocks off, because it casts so many spells that quickly. No player can cast them that fast. It's just physically not possible. You have we have too long a cooldown to be able to cast them as quick as they do.
Merciless warriors!
Want these on the Shadow Warriors.
Bloody murder!
Dark elves! Shades! black gods.
Just in case, because I don't trust the fucking computer, because I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this, so I'll ask this as a question to the viewers of the video, because this has happened to a few times to my friend Jamie and my friend Jay, where they've been in a battle. The enemy city has been besieged from the ocean, and the army garrisoned in the city, not the garrison itself, there's been an army in the city, has then fled across land. And then on the reverse side, Jay's hit a city from the land, and the army garrisoned within it fled out across the ocean. Players can't do that. When you're besieged, you're locked inside the fucking city. You're going fucking nowhere fast. So I don't understand why the AI can do it. Because that is a rather handy tactic for saving an army if you are besieged. Now from a logical standpoint, it makes sense. Alright, if the enemy's besieging the land and the ocean's open, yeah, you could get on some boats and fuck off. Makes complete sense. If the enemy's an ocean-based attack force that's attacking you from your dock and coming in from the ocean side, and they've not made landfall with anything to stop you, you could go out the front city gates and fuck off that way. It does make a certain sense. But then why can't the player do it? It shouldn't be an AI only thing. So the only way to stop that would be to besiege it from both the ocean and land at the same time. Tighten the noose, so to speak.
Enslave them.
There shouldn't be any reason they can do it and we can't. So I mean, he escaped. I want to know how he escaped there. So he was in March stance, he got ambushed, and he survives. In March. I want to know how that happens. If I'm in March and I was a battle, my army's wiped out. Why does he get to survive? AI favoritism. They need to stop that shit from happening. If it's in a stance and it says you lose a battle and you're dead, that has to apply to the AI 100% as well as it does the player. Players don't get any leeway on that. We get fucked by it every single time. So should the AI. If they're stupid enough to fucking use March stance to come straight at me and then die, why isn't he dead?
Lokhir Fellheart. Move and obey.
Lord of the Black Court. Nagaron!
That's saying they will get pulled in, so let's see if this works. It's saying I don't lose anything. So I might auto.
Draw your blades. We fight. It is mine now. Tyrant of Nagaroth.
Yes! March, you mongrels! Fleet of foot. Corsairs to me!
What now?
Kraken
How
Lord!
many turns has that got? Shit.
Aboard the Tower of
Actually, to get him out of
Blessed
there, they've got to move. He can hold that. That's got ages. See, normally I do go for this for the growth and then income from slaves. Or that one, income tax rate. But at the moment, I'm just going to say for the public order.
Murderous Lord.
Build me that.
This one is capable enough.
Yeah, give me that. So then I've got lightning strike. He's going to need all of that. All of that. It just makes more sense to have it all.
Bring fire and terror.
He's got a ward save, so he won't need what that guy just got.
Average.
Dragon Bane Gem. No. Take that. Miles better. -5 melee attack to all units within 40 meters, and then +3% hit points. Way better than that other shit. Where's this fucking thing? Okay.
The Druki are restless.
We're in a good place though. And
Sacrifices to Mathlan.
considering I only need 2 bolt throwers and 2 more units of shades, I should be good to fill out Lokhir's army.
I am victorious.
And I'm getting rid of that, which is worth 154.
Dreadlord of Nagara.
I command.
I'm still... I can't tell if that power bar is either even or I'm a tiny bit stronger than it, so...
Fellow Druki, will you join my...
Ooh. With Rakov, yes. While it does unveil you to other factions who may declare war on you, they don't come at you and do anything at this point. Later on they might do, but if Rakov's in a good strong location, Rakov can burn through the fucking Bretonia and through the lands of the Empire. It depends how well he does. So, if he does really good, it's fine. But I'm not opposed to military alliances with the Dark Elf factions. So, current Hellebron, but before she got confederated. Malekith, if I can get him to stop being a knobhead. Malice, and then also Marathi. I've only got to be careful with Marathi because Marathi does spread chaos corruption, her and her faction. So if at some point I work my way up through Lustria and my province is adjacent to us, that can create an issue, even if you have the shrine to reduce its effect down. Because once Archeon shows up, you've got even more on top. So it can then start creating a problem, and then you start getting chaos rebellions. So it's usually better if Marathi gets confederated by someone else. Now, she will still spread chaos corruption herself, but like, let's say I confederate Marathi. What I will do is, in games like this, if I confederate Marathi,
Speak. The blessed
I
dread
will
dogs.
disband her and not bring her back into my my army.
By the cruel seas.
I'll keep her disbanded in a way. Right, so let's have a look here. Fuming Serpent has got access to exotic animals, and then these. Now, we presently do have +4 public order from that, which is giving +5, but hang on, what? Oh bollocks, did that take on a load of fucking slaves? Yeah, it did. Slaves are fucking -3. Fuck me. Right, okay, that's a problem. Right, okay, so slaves are going to decline anyway over time. But provincial instability is still -3. So that's going to go up to public order of 8. So this I don't need. I can get rid of that for the exotic animals, which is more money, better trade deal. is something else to trade. Usually if there's a rare resource,
The people grow
9
restless.
times out of 10 you're better off building it. Unless you're a faction that either can't trade or doesn't have many trade partners. If you're one of those few factions, then you can just probably take a general income building for yourself. But otherwise, you are generally better off taking the exotic resource, whatever it may be, because not every province has one. And on some of them, you will just, example, if that was a normal dock, I'd obviously build my walls, but then I'd probably just build that for the 300 income. Or if not that, maybe the Black Roads. Normally I won't build that in smaller provinces. There has to be at least a 3 or ideally a 4. In a 2 it's generally not worth it too much, because they can't hold that many slaves. But yeah, so I'll destroy that, I can build walls up, and then I can build my luxury resource. You can get some effects from them, but the effects I don't really use on these. I'm not even sure if there is a rare resource that buffs up shades. I mean, maybe wood? Might, I don't know. Because they're archers. But I've got a feeling that I'd probably more likely buff up bolt throwers and dark shards. If it does buff them up, then awesome.
Black-hearted dreadlord.
So we've got that maxed out. The gold chevron. Ooh. Let me build them into Lokhir's army first and see how many I need. Fucking rank 9 shades. Fuck it out. And then I can always re-recruit them on him. We're going with that, aren't we? For the replen. Because the Black Arc Arm is replen extremely fucking slowly. But I can build that last. I'd rather buff up my weapons first. Yeah. Because they're very, very dangerous in a fight. Another bit of advice for anyone that's new to playing Dark Elves as well. You can use those to great effect. Because obviously, anything within that yellow dotted line is where you can use the effects of the Black Arc. So it's quite a sizable area. What they really should do is put in a building that can increase the area further inland for like, you know, bombardments and the effects to recruit from and stuff. That'd be quite good. But you could put it right up to the coastline and use it as far inland as it can go in a battle. If you have these, because these basically can be... It's basically like an aircraft carrier at sea, firing inland. And they can fire, in real life, hundreds or thousands of miles inland. So, range is not really an issue. So with these, if you've ever got an enemy army that stood still because they've got the range advantage with artillery, you can always just plop these down on some of their artillery and, you know, destroy some of their artillery, and they'll start moving. And they will then come towards you. And as soon as the artillery starts moving, obviously while they're moving they can't fire, they're out of formation. And then if you've got any units nearby that are vanguard and waiting to pounce, when their melee and range units start to pull away from their artillery, take out his artillery. Especially if it's like, you know, the Dwarven Grudge Throwers if they've got fucking Thoric Ironbrow. If you've got Hellstone Rocket Batteries from the Empire. You know, run out, murder the crew. Once the crew's dead, it's their range units against your range units, ideally in my case my Shades, and their front line against yours. And all your Blackguard I've got to do is hold long enough for your Shades to kill everything.
Admiral of Kar's fleet.
When Shades are shooting, especially fucking high rank ones, things die really fucking fast. Right, I'm going to call that part here for today. So this is turn 52, and we'll resume it on this part next time. So I've got nothing up north anymore. I've just got these here. I can see if I can try and... I mean, it's improving with him.
Lord of...
Yes, I have never been much of a diplomat. No!
I don't want to.
Fear my malice. What dark and callous plan?
Yes, your fate looms.
I mean, these I'm
before the
surprised
Black
these will get
Court,
one. They've only got one
as
settlement.
always.
Oh, never mind. Alright, one last little thing that got done there then.
Demon bound. This is no place for the weak.
Dreadlord, acquit yourself well. and
Want a trade
not
agreement? Want some free money?
unthinkable.
No? Okay. No free money for you. Right. So, we'll go on. Now I'll save it there. Turn 52. Right, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please drop me a like. If you're new here, drop me a subscription. Really helps the channel grow, which I'm really trying to do. Even for a big year or two push on YouTube to really get things going. Get above that 1,000 subscriber mark. And drop me a comment and I'll get back to you. Catch you on the next video. Take care guys and have a great day.